Hello, everyone. Welcome to Real Issues, where we talk about marriage, relationships, and godly parenting. My name is Ireti Ade-Oyinleye. Last week, I started a series on self-love. That before you love others, you have to love yourself first. And that you shouldn't complain that others don't show you love when you don't actually love yourself. I define self-love as having regard for your own well-being. Note that word, your own well-being. You have regard for your own well-being. So whatever stands against your well-being, you need not allow them in your space. So today, I'll touch on another part of self-love, which is setting boundaries. I didn't say fences. Maybe you're like trying to build a brick wall around yourself because someone has hurt you in the past. You're kind of erecting a fence, a brick wall around yourself. So what happens when good people tend to, try to come close to you? You won't even know when the good people are around because you've kind of cut yourself from people. That's about building fences. But today I'm talking about boundaries. It could be emotional, it could be physical, it could be even digital. There are lines that you set to protect yourself from being hurt. If you do care about your well-being, you really have to make up your mind to set boundaries and to respect them. So when it comes to boundaries, that means that what you're trying to do is that you're setting up a kind of filter that only those that pass through this filter can come closer. And before you can set your boundaries, you must have your values. Your values will define your boundaries. What are my values? What are those things that I believe in? That, okay, this is me. What are those values? When you write them out, then you now know how to set boundaries. And when you set boundaries, you now watch out for those who respect the boundaries. They are the ones that you allow into your space. For instance, maybe you have made up your mind that your value is abstinence, total abstinence for sexual relations till you're married. That's a value. That is, you want to be chaste, you want to keep yourself pure for that special person. And then you set your boundaries. You have your physical boundaries, you have emotional boundaries, you set your boundaries, even your digital boundaries. You don't go leading people on, whether online or in the physical, when you know that your value is abstinence. Okay? And so when someone comes within your space or into your space and is like trying to force you or is trying to say, no, you must do this to show that you love me, that person is trying to cross your boundary, has no respect for your boundary. So you don't need such people in your place. It will protect you from emotional breakdown. After setting your boundaries, learn to be assertive. No means no. You don't bend the rules, not because of anything. You don't bend the rules for anyone. These are my values. I'll keep my values. You must respect my values. And while you do that to yourself, ensure you respect other people's boundaries too. Why am I putting so much attention on relationship? Because Valentine is close by. And a lot of people will kind of get themselves emotionally hurt because they refuse to set boundaries. Some because they have values and refuse to keep to their boundaries. Or some don't even have values, so they don't even have any boundary in place. So at the end of the day, when they are broken, they keep getting hurt over and over again. Let's teach this to our children, especially the teenagers. They've so much, we talk about Valentine is a time to share love, to do this, to do that. But a lot of things has been introduced to it. They've bastardized it. And because of that, a lot of things get done on that day that will mar some other people's future. Let's teach our children, let's teach our teenagers especially, both girls and boys. No exception. No means no. When someone tells you no, respect their boundary. And don't go about trying to tweak it. Don't go about trying to manipulate the person. No. Once he says no or she says no, respect them for that. And don't go about trying to harm them because they turned you down. Keep company with people that have the same values as you do. You don't hang out with toxic people. Because you love yourself, you won't hang around a toxic person. What are you doing around a toxic person? Because you feel that, oh, if I leave him, there's no other person that will love me. Is he really in love with you? Especially the singles. You're still there. You're not yet married. And is, giving you emotional stress. Or she's giving you emotional torture. Why are you still there? Self-love is about your own well-being first. So, don't go about giving in to people that don't respect your boundaries. There's no respect in it, it is not love. And respect means the person has regard for you and your well-being. So, if you haven't sat down to look at what your values are in life, this is the time to really sit down, write out what your values are. So when you define them, you'll be able to set your boundaries. And when you don't cross other people's boundaries, you don't expect them to cross your boundaries. And when they do that to you, that shows that they don't have regard for your well-being. And so you have nothing at all to do with such people. Thank you so much. That'll be all for today. Please don't forget to share the video with your friends and your loved ones. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I would also like to hear from you, so please don't forget to drop your comments. Love is in the air. Let it really be love and not lost. So, till I come your way again, I remain Ireti Ade-Oyinleye. God bless you. Bye.